What is up, everyone? Scott Brandt coming to you on this beautiful Thursday evening, almost Friday morning. Man, great day today. Awesome day. I don't even remember what happened today. No, it was a good time. Just did some just different things. Had fun today. Went out, hung out with some friends, and listened to some local musicians. That was great and whatnot. So before I start off here with what I have with it's called Idea What, there was something that I came across and I was like, this is crazy. And it's one of those things that it's presented in a unique sense that sometimes you're like, this is so off the wall. It doesn't make sense sometimes. But when I saw this, I was like, all right, I got you. So, but went through the pod decks, grabbed some cards here, had to laugh. First one was would you rather have your head be too big for your body or hands that are too small for your size? I would go with the small hands. It's all good. I go with the big head too. It'd be a little bit different, whatnot, kind of funny, whatnot. But like small hands, and you like go punch somebody in the face with small hands, it may scare them and whatnot. So it's funny. And then the other one: would you rather be forced to high five everyone you make eye contact with, or strike up conversations with at least 5 strangers a day? I would do both. Honestly, I would. But I would want to go strike up conversations with strangers, with at least 5 strangers a day, because that's another way to make a friend, learn something new, learn something that I may not have known from a stranger. So, but people already know that I'll go make friends with whoever. So it's all good. Something I enjoy and whatnot. But I was reading here, and I think this is powerful. You have to understand you have a purpose. You have a reason for what you're doing, for your life, for being here on earth. And you have a message that somebody else needs to hear and whatnot. And so this comes from the book by Trent Shelton. It's The Greatest You. He stated in here, you were created for purpose on purpose, and your life is purpose. Purpose is your true self. It's something you discover inside, and you can get there only by owning everything about you. And I think that's the most important piece right there, is owning everything about you. A lot of people will try and run away from their true self. They get scared because of the vulnerability piece, and they're scared about being judged. And you can't be scared about being judged. You've got to show up as yourself. You've got to give other people permission that it's okay to be who they are. You may have something maybe that's holding you back. Maybe you have a physical ailment or whatnot that you don't want to show up and don't want to share because you're scared of being judged. But there could be somebody out there that could find solace and find strength in you showing up and sharing your message with them by just being yourself. And so it's a powerful thing when you can show up and be true to who you are, because you can give people permission to say, yeah, it's okay to be weird. It's okay to be awkward. It's okay to be whoever. I'm the loud person, and people know that. So I'll show up and be very loud, which is okay. Sometimes that may rub people the wrong way because they're like, we're inside. Why are you so loud? Because I love life, let me bring a smile to somebody's face. Let me make them laugh and whatnot. And so it's just powerful. Show up as who you are. Don't hold back. People want to know who you truly are. People want to know what you're about. And so don't hide yourself. Give other people permission to be okay to show up and whatnot. Some people just need that permission. Honestly, you need that other person to take the leap first. When somebody takes the leap, then people start showing up and start doing it and whatnot. But going to the one book I've really referred to a lot of times, and that is called The Buddha and the Badass. I highly suggest getting it. I highly suggest reading it and whatnot. But there was a couple of things in here that I was like, man, we really need to kind of get to the point where we've got to quit overthinking. And so let me see here. He was talking in regards here that by overthinking something can actually be a competitive disadvantage. People have a dream, people have an idea, but they overthink it. They want everything perfect, And he had brought up the fact that if you go after 5 things and it's 80% complete, you're going to get a lot more done than if you're those people that need 100% of everything being ready and good to go. And then we'll go. You may slow yourself down because you're like, I got to have 100%. It's got to be 95%. 80% is better than waiting. And so if you've got something in your heart and mind, start going after it. Ask yourself, what is the small step you can take to get to that end result? And then build upon it. But so many people are like, well, it's got to be 100% or nothing. And it's like, well, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot and you're going to be angry because you have this idea and you didn't go through with it because you wanted it to be perfect. And somebody comes up with an idea that's only 75% complete and it was your same idea. And you're like, shit, like they're doing it. Yeah, they're doing it. But you overthought. And so you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. And it can be a competitive disadvantage because you could miss out on a huge opportunity to make a big impact because you're hesitant. You're overthinking shit. And you need to quit that shit. Just go and do it. Swing the bat. And as you're going, adjust as you go. Pivot as you go. If you got to pivot, great. Then you make the pivot and you go. Do what you need to. But if it's got to be 100%, like he was showing this point of from point A to point B, straight line, or you've got the going this way, then you pivot, and then you go this way, pivot again. He said plan B is going to be your most effective because as you're making pivots, you're not stopping. But this straight line from A to B, everybody's like, well, that's going to be the easiest. Usually that straight line is because they've overthought everything and then it's all perfect and they're like, okay, now I'm going to go. And you could be 12 months behind your competition because you overthought everything, which is, I don't know. It's one of those unique things. But he was talking about the Ooda Loop. And so if you've ever heard of the Ooda Loop, military vernacular and whatnot, but he talks about it when he was breaking it down. A lot of people use the Ooda Loop as a way to slow themselves down. He was talking in here with the Ooda Loop. It's talking about pilots. So the pilots flying the plane with the faster Ooda Loop will waste more bullets. And so they are observing, they're orienting, and they're firing away. So they're not going to wait and be like, I think it's here. No, they're going to be firing off a lot of bullets. And so they're going to hit a lot more because they're firing off bullets. And I had talked about that because it's one of those things that you hear people that are like, you can't chase 2 rabbits or you're not going to get any. And it's like, well, if I take a shotgun and I go shoot these 2 rabbits, I'm going to get both of them because I'm going to have a wider spread, more pellets going out there instead of aiming and saying, oh, okay, let me focus on one. What happens because if you went after these 2 different things and they're under the same umbrella, what happens if one doesn't work out, but the other one works out for you? You were chasing both of them. And so it's one of those things. And that's where finding your tribe, finding your community that you can team up with is a beautiful thing, and trying to do everything on your own, which everybody's like, I'm going to do this myself. Well, it's not going to work out very well. I don't know what to tell you. My experience is I'd much rather work in a team, work with a business partner that has the same vision, big dreams and whatnot, and go after it, work together. Because the beautiful thing is if we get in a rut, one of us can help each other out of that. But if you're by yourself and you fall in a rut, who's coming to help you? Nobody. You're going to be stuck there. You're going to have to find a dang ladder and then call up to people to come get you and whatnot, which I don't know what to tell you. I would much rather work with a team and whatnot, but that's just me and whatnot. So he was on there, right, when it comes to the aspect of firing off more bullets. What's up, Doug? Hopefully everything's going well for you, man. But these are wasting bullets. Wasting bullets is 100% correct according to Ooda Loop philosophy, because you will shoot down more enemy planes. And so it's one of those things that it's like we gotta fire away, be perfect. It's like, no, start firing away. If you miss some targets, cool, that's whatever. But the more bullets you fire off, the more you're gonna hit. It's laws and numbers and whatnot. The more you put out there, the more you're gonna hit. And so you just gotta be mindful about that. But it's one of those things that people get scared and all this craziness. But the one thing that I had to laugh about, and this is idea what? It's idea sex. Yes, I said idea sex. You'll be like, what the hell is this? And so it was talking about idea sex. Ideas have the same effect on the brain as happy drugs. When the brain is in a state of inspiration, it releases a surge of dopamine and serotonin. This is why conceiving brilliant ideas feels incredible, and sharing them is even better. This is called idea sex. I had to laugh. I was like, that's a unique way, but you know what? It's true though. When you think about it, you start creating these ideas, you start getting inspiration. You want to share that with other people. You want that excitement to spread to other people. And then as you're sharing ideas, you're going to find those people. You're going to attract those people that need to be part of the journey. And so when you're sharing these audacious goals, and I know with Two Native Sons and everything that I'm doing, it's very audacious. I've already spoken on it. I will say it again. 1 billion people, $1 billion enterprise. That's what's going to happen with Two Native Sons. It's an audacious goal, but we're finding that we're attracting the people that see it, and they're jumping right on. They're like, "Cool, what do we need? What's going on?" It's a powerful thing, and it's one of those things that it's a huge goal, but it's going to get done, and so I love it. It's a beautiful thing. It's one of those things that you can't be scared, and too many people are scared to share their idea because somebody's going to steal it. Well, like I tell people, let them steal your idea. Your story is what's going to separate you from the other people. So it's, oh man, I don't know. And then here's how about brain coupling happens when two or more people vibe on the same idea. And so, man, it's powerful. You got to find your tribe. You got to share what's on your heart. You got to share these big visions. You got to start bringing and creating a unified brain. And so that's going to allow you to, you have your why and what, start attracting the people, working together as a team, and you'll figure out the how. But it's this one of the things that people are like, I need to know the whole picture. You don't need to know the whole picture. Go and take 75% action. The other 25% is going to come. And if you've got 5 ideas that are 80% complete, you're going to be in a better spot than somebody that's like, I need 100% of this idea to be complete. No, fuck that shit. Keep going and whatnot. So just something to consider. Hopefully this is inspiring some people. Hopefully you're starting to have some things click on for you and you start looking at things differently and whatnot. And if you have anything, if you have these hopes and dreams and ideas that you want to bring to fruition and you don't know who to reach out to, send me a private message. There are people here that are commenting. We have Gabriella Simmons that was speaking truth here. We got Doug Brown. There's plenty of people that I know, and there's plenty of people that are ready and driven to truly help others out. So send me a private message. Send Patrick Murakami a private message. Anybody that's making comments on this video, send them a private message. I think they'll be fine with that. I don't know if you guys get mad at me that I have people sending you private messages. You can come talk to me and tell me to quit it, but it's going to keep happening and whatnot. So, but it's like I tell people, if you got something in your heart, your spirit, your mind, and you want to go achieve it, freaking reach out. Don't be hesitant. It's not a fear factor. It's one of those things that it is here for a reason. It's happening for a reason. And so reach out. Don't be scared and don't assume that you're going to get judged. You're not going to get judged. There's plenty of people here that have gone through some shit. And they've gone through the struggles, the challenges to overcome and get where they're at. And so, yeah, if you got anything, don't hesitate. Reach out to somebody. The one caveat with that is you just got to be careful because you're going to have some people that dream small, and your big dreams, if you're not mentally tough enough to handle the potential criticism or people shitting on your dreams, just be careful on that. So that's the importance of working on your mindset. Strengthen your mindset, because this is where everything starts, is with your mindset. That expands and touches everything. So yeah, thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for everybody that's making comments here. Love it. Truly enjoy getting to know each of you, and just to see the impact that we're making. I know a lot of us are out here making big things happen, and let's just keep going, keep punching a hole in the universe. We'll make a lot of change. And I'm excited too that everybody here is part of that process to go impact 1 billion people. So I'll catch you guys later. I love you guys. Peace.